Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my friends all across the globe today, and welcome back to another AVIARY DLC prediction video. Yes! So today, this week, we are actually covering the New World AVIARY DLC. If you guys haven't already seen the last video, I highly recommend you guys go check that out. And I'll give you a little bit more background as to why I'm doing this, but as I said before, these would be two separate Aviary packs, New World and Old World, both focusing on two different aspects of aviary and bird management, as well as the New World altogether for this one specifically. Before we do get into this, I just want to say I'm counting Australia in here as New World. I know it's technically more so Old World than anything else, you know, we kind of split it down like that Pacific Ocean line and the Atlantic Ocean line. But for the purposes of this one, I'm lumping them in together. So all that being said, we have 8 animals altogether, 2 quote-unquote large, 3 medium, and 3 walkthrough for a grand total of 8 animals altogether. I would love to get a pack with 16 new birds, but unfortunately I don't really see that happening. That is why I'm splitting these up into 2 different packs. I feel like that would entice a lot more players to get either one and say, hey, listen, I want to buy the other one now. But all that being said, we're going to jump right in here. No exhibit animals this time around. American Flamingo. I am done. I am done waiting for my beautiful pink boys to come in. I believe that Frontier could easily make this a headliner of the pack. These guys are beautiful and they're common all across the globe. These guys are exactly what you think of when it comes to flamingos, and I can't believe we don't have them in the game just yet. These guys are impressive, they're beautiful, and they're exactly what you think of when you think of flamingos. I love greater flamingos, believe me. Trust me guys, okay? I appreciate them more than anyone else. But they are not flamingo to me. They don't scream flamingo. They need that beautiful pink all over plumage, and I feel like the American flamingo encapsulates that so perfectly. But you know what else I think would be a wonderful larger animal to have in here? The sandhill crane. Okay, I know I didn't talk about cranes in the last video, but the sandhill crane is one that I particularly love. These guys are common all across the United States, more so like the Southeast, but all that being said, these guys are impressive and they have such beautiful stature. I love these guys. Having these guys as habitat animals / aviary animals would be a wonderful thing. But moving on through here, we need some medium-sized animals. Not really walk-through, but definitely animals that can fit in their own little aviaries, starting with the scarlet macaw. Obviously, we gotta get some macaws in the game if we're getting an aviary pack. In fact, these guys could probably be the headliner of the pack, but these guys are found in South America as well as Central America as well. They're also found on some islands in the Caribbean, which is very amazing to have for like versatility when it comes to making your zones and exhibits and stuff like that. These guys are very iconic. Everyone knows what the heck a macaw is, and I would love to see these guys included later down the line, as well as a Toko toucan. Oh my gosh, someone get your Fruit Loops ready. These guys are iconic with their beautiful orange bill, and I feel like no aviary pack would be complete without these guys. The toucan is a very well recognized species all across the globe, and I feel like having these guys in this pack would just make sense. Moving on from there, we're actually going to go visit Australia for a little bit. We're pretty much in Australia for the rest of the video. I have the kookaburra. I don't care what kind of kookaburra we got, either laughing or blue-winged. Either would be a wonderful thing to have because I know Frontier would nail it with the custom audio for these guys. Kookaburras have these beautiful iconic calls that give them the name that they actually have. These guys are they're very noticeable because they are like kind of like a symbol of Australia in a sense. In terms of birds, at least, these guys are incredibly beautiful, and I would love to have these guys in the game, as much as the gala. Yes, we're finally moving into the walkthrough animals. Either the gala or sulfur crested cockatoo would be a great animal to have. Either one, I just really do love this species and genus and whatnot. The gala is beautiful with this beautiful pink plumage, which I think is very unique. But otherwise, the sulfur crested cockatoo, I almost said macaque right there. That would have been bad. Sulfur crested cockatoo is a beautiful one as well, with some bright white plumage, as well as a like kind of crest of yellow. I feel like these guys would be very iconic as well. I know a lot of zoos around the world have these, and that would be a great thing to have. Almost as much as a rainbow lorikeet, these guys are very common in walkthrough enclosures, and they're very noticeable via their like beautiful rainbow plumage, which give them the name that they do gloriously have. But you know what I think would be the best addition in this pack? That would be the budgie. The budgie is a very iconic Australian animal. They come in a variety of colors, which I feel like would be a wonderful thing to have, especially how we now have multiple albino slots, or rather color morph slots, I think we should actually call them now. The budgie is a very iconic walkthrough animal. Pretty much every single zoo that has a walkthrough aviary is bound to have budgies in there. These guys are very iconic, not only due to their nature in zoos, but also as pets. So these guys are very common amongst the pet trade as well, but having these guys as a free flying species in these aviaries would be a great thing to have. Also, in likes with the last video, we are going to get a new aviary style should this pack come true. I would definitely love to see a new modern, kind of like thin mesh netting with angular shapes kind of aviary come through. I would definitely love to see it, not like JWE, but more so like a mix between JWE and Planet Zoo, where you get to do custom shapes of your aviaries. I feel like that would lead into some very unique structures that would separate one builder from the other. I feel like that'd be a very iconic thing to have. Moving on through here, I also have the fact that they could be used for normal animals as well. The versatility when it comes to aviaries is nothing to be scruffed at. I believe that having normal animals in these as well is just as important as having aviary animals in them, or flying birds or anything like that. Aviaries are very well known for keeping animals in rather than keeping them out. So getting all the animals be able to use these aviaries would be a wonderful thing to have. Maybe not elephants, but listen, we could probably make an exception for them. Other things I would love to see, I would love to see some modern and colorful perches. That'd be a really great thing to have. A lot more man-made than anything else, with a lot more color. Maybe some more rods and such like that birds could happily perch on. I feel like that'd be a great thing to have. And as well as a greater focus on walkthrough species via props, enrichment, education, and guest interaction. It would be my dream to have guests be able to feed birds via this, but I think with the likes that the zoos are moving in modern day nowadays, we don't really get to see too much of that. That's not really a more forward progressive look on zoos anymore, but it would still be a very awesome thing to have. But I probably missed something, guys. The New World is huge and full of different animals and different species I probably didn't get to cover today. So if you guys do have a better pack idea, definitely do let me know in the comments down below. Always do love seeing you guys interact with these videos. It's always so heartwarming to see you guys down there in the comments. But all that being said, let's just hope all together that we do get some birds in the future. Listen, I'll even settle for a Rhea at this point. I don't even care. I just need a new bird. But all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Take care and have the most wonderful of wonderful days. Bye-bye now.